I want to do is just take our viewers through a extrapolation using the last Lok Sabha seats as a base. If the Congress were to get 5% votes from the BJP, where does it end up? Because that's the question I'd asked at the start of this conversation. Can the Congress be saw par? So if in the fights that the Congress is having on different seats is able to pull 5% of the votes from its nearest rival, which in many of the cases in the heartland is the BJP. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so the actual tally of the Congress in the last Lok Sabha elections is 52. If the Congress loses 1% of the vote that it had, it comes down hypothetically to 47. If the Congress loses 3% of the vote that it had, it comes down to 33. 5% of the vote, it comes down to 21. Going on the other side, if it starts to rain good news for the Congress on the 4th of June, if it picks up 1% vote from its nearest rival, it ends up roughly around 63. If it picks up 3% votes from its nearest rival, it ends up at 74. But here's the response. Even in a supremely good case scenario, if the Congress picks up 5% votes, which means that a party like the BJP is coming down 5%, a party like the Congress is going up 5%. So even if that were to happen, the Congress then ends up at 97, very close to the 100 mark, but not quite there, which suggests really, Amitabh Tiwari, that if the Congress were to go from 50 odd to near double its tally, which would require a 5% vote share switch, largely coming from the BJP, that would require about 5% of the BJP's voters to ditch the Congress, ditch the BJP, switch to the Congress. That would require very visible anti-incumbency. That would require like anger, frustration. Suprashan Net sees it. But do you think this is possible, this going from the 2019 tally to this extrapolation of potentially ending up at 97 if there's a 5% swing in their favor? Amitabh Tiwari.
See, essentially, this 5% plus actually translates into a 10% swing. Double, because 5 of the BJP or the nearest rival is reducing and 5% of the Congress party is increasing. And this is what the anti-incumbency vote is, which Supriya ji was talking about. And this could happen due to many reasons, correct? So that's what is the chart showing here. But if it's a pro-incumbency vote, the same minus 5% plus 5%, it reduces to 21%. And why is here the popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi important, as you were saying, and Rashid ji was also mentioning about? Because for 37% of the voters in 2019, prime ministerial face was the most important voting consideration. That's the highest. And the popularity cannot be high when the government performance is poor. So that's also correlated. That's number one. Your MOTN showed that over Rahul, Modi enjoyed a lead of 41%. It was 55% versus 14%. This means that this factor itself, which is the popularity of Prime Minister Modi, fetches BJP 15 to 16% vote share, 37% into 41% lead, 40 into 40 roughly, 15 to 16%. So it's not going to be easy. It's not improbable. Impossible is possible in politics. But for that, Congress will need to really slog in the direct BJP versus Congress contest, where unfortunately for the party, its allies have limited or no vote. Congress is on its own in these seats, and that's also a drawback for the Congress in these contests.
Okay, I'm running out of time. I have just one final round of comments very quickly from all our guests. I want to come back to Sanju Verma on the concern about the BJP's campaign peaking. In these little nibbles, the Congress is making some new candidates coming in. Like you cited all the seats where the BJP's got good candidates, winnable candidates. Now the Congress can say, okay, at least some of them have come to our kitty. And B, whether the Pran Pratishtha on the 22nd of January was the peak of the BJP, can it once again build that kind of fervor to have that kind of an epic peak? Because it's a very long campaign.
Rahul, I will just say this. What is one of our campaign themes? हम सपने नहीं हकीकत बुनते हैं, इसीलिए तो लोग मोदी को चुनते हैं. And why we say अब की बार 400 पार? This is not a homily or a platitude or arrogance or overconfidence. I always say, this is what I learned during my MBA days. A good product plus good marketing is equal to success. which is what Narendra Modi and BJP are all about. A good product but bad marketing is equal to failure. A bad product and bad marketing is also failure. Or Congress made bad product Rahul Gandhi, and marketing is next to nil because these guys are still deciding किसको कहां से खड़ा करना है. I believe Supriya Shrineth was fielded from Amethi, but हार के डर से इन्होंने मना कर दिया. तपस्वी खेरा को बोला था वाराणसी से, तपस्वी खेरा ने भी हार के डर से मना कर दिया. And Rohan Gupta was about to be fielded, हार के डर से मना कर दिया. So
let me ask Supriya Shrineth that question straight up. Supriya, there's been a lot of buzz, I'm sure you've seen on social media. Sanju Verma stirring that question as well. Is it correct that you've been approached and you are considering or will fight against Smriti Irani in Amethi? Supriya Shrineth?
And with all your journalistic experience, you expect me to answer that question on primetime television on India Today and Yes or No?
It's my job to try.
You and I have spent more time in journalism. You can keep trying. That's your job. Absolutely.
So मन है आपका लड़ने का, मतलब basically you're not denying the story.
But
मन
I
है.
will just say simply one
No,
thing.
मन है आपका लड़ने का.
I am asking a very simple
अरे
question.
खबर तो दो, मन है कि नहीं लड़ना? Are you up? It's a gladiatorial battle. Minister Smriti Irani versus the feisty Supriya Shrineth. Are you interested? Are you game? See, you are suppressing a smile. The smile gives a part of the story away. I'm asking a straight. I'll come to the next one. Come on, Supriya ji, I'll come to the question later. Are you interested in a gladiatorial contest with Minister Smriti Irani?
Because after 20 seconds you will say the time is up.
No, answer my question. I'll give you more time.
After 20 seconds you say you have to.
I won't. I promise you I won't. I'm asking you a question. Answer
I
it.
will take the 30 seconds to ask a very simple question.
अरे लड़ना है कि नहीं लड़ना स्मृति ईरानी से बताओ तो सही, आप बता नहीं रहे हो.
नहीं आप पहले मेरी बात सुनो.
अच्छा उसके बाद बताओ.
How it works. अगर इतने परसिस्टेंस से निर्मला सीतारमण से पूछ लिया होता, मैं बताती हूँ आपको, आपने अगर इतनी परसिस्टेंस दिखाई होती जब निर्मला जी ने बोला कि रेड पड़ने के बाद बॉन्ड ही नहीं खरीदे गए थे, आपको उनको 10 एग्जांपल्स देने चाहिए थे, आपने एक भी एग्जांपल नहीं दिया. आपको अमित शाह को बताना चाहिए था कि क्या
जितने सवाल मैंने पूछे ना, I don't want to pat my own back. Listen, Supriya Shrineth, I'm not seeking a certificate from you or from anybody else. Whether we ask questions which were hard and tough or not, I think I leave to our viewers to decide. That's not something that I want to get trapped into at all.
I appreciate your persistence. Rahul, I really appreciate your persistence. I wish you had shown the same persistence to throw facts back at Nirmala Sitharaman and Amit Shah, because you did not do it. Give me 20 seconds to talk now. 15 लाख आने थे हर बैंक अकाउंट में, 15 लाख नहीं आए, 2 करोड़ रोजगार नहीं बने, आर्मी को भी ठेके पर बैठा दिया 4 साल के लिए. The reality of this election is going to be decided by the youth of this country. The same youth, and you will have to give me time because you wasted my time. The same youth जिनके पेपर लीक करा के
this is just a tactic to buy time. Come on, you've spoken for so long. When you're supposed to wrap up, you're asking for more time. Sanju Verma, you bowled the googly. She's played it with herself. Sanju Verma, she's played it with a straight back. You said she's fighting from Amethi.
हिम्मत है तो अमेठी से चुनाव लड़ो सुप्रिया श्रीनेथ, हिम्मत है तो अमेठी से चुनाव लड़ो और अपने तपस्वी खेरा को बोलो वाराणसी से लड़ने के लिए, अपने तपस्वी खेरा को बोलो वाराणसी से लड़ने के लिए मैडम, और हिम्मत है तो अमेठी से लड़ो, वरना just zip it. Just zip it.
Okay. Let's not lose cordiality. We've had a good. No. I don't like this. I don't like this. We've had a good, sensible debate for the large part of it. Supriya, I'm out of time, so just 10 seconds. Frankly, just 10 seconds. I'm completely out of time.
No, Rahul, 1 second. I will take 5 seconds. ये जो मुझे नसीहत दे रहे चुनाव लड़ने की, इनको ग्राम प्रधानी सरपंच का टिकट देंगे बीजेपी, तो अगली बार आके डिबेट करेंगे. नहीं तो चुपचाप अपने जहां पर बैठ के डिबेट करती है वहां पर बैठ.
This is not right. Listen, okay, let's end this here. This is meant, I like to do data-led shows where the data is doing the talking, but we're also in election season, and this is where emotions often do the talking as well. I don't want to go down. We want to try and raise the standard of conversation to the extent that we can. Nothing is perfect, but at least we try. So, can the Congress get to that 3-figure mark? We try to explain to you what could go right, why is it so difficult for it to go from 52 to 97, given where the Congress has come down to. So it's a much longer exercise to try and revive the Congress, and it will take a lot of effort, and that effort will be visible if and when it does happen. So you've heard from our pundits, you've heard from our politicians. We're not fighting any election. The only election we're fighting is for your trust, and our hope is that we work so hard, we bring you such great content that you come back to watch us night after night, day after day.